You ready?
I'm ready.
Tune in this week. We're coming off a high.
Between Two Bridges, a business-to-business podcast. This episode is presented by Wash. Visit the new convenient pickup and drop-off location at 21 Brilliant Avenue in Aspinwall, or click pickupwashdeliver.com and see how easy it can be to do the wash. This episode is also brought to you by One Tom Plumber. Fast, reliable, affordable, 24/7 plumbing and drain cleaning services throughout the Pittsburgh area. Save this number, 412-307-7622.
All right. Well, we're trying to keep people on their toes, right? So, like, we weren't on the couch last week. We aren't on the couch this week. It's like, you guys, like, aren't watching the videos enough. You're listening to the videos, but we want to keep you on your toes, right? Yep. So we're in the chairs this week.
Yeah.
I like the couch better. It's more comfortable.
It is more comfortable. These chairs, they're not great for a long time.
I always start the episode like all upright, and then by the end,
you're like,
dude, I'm like,
yeah. Probably not even on camera anymore.
Yeah, just in the garbage can over there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, I mean, last week was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. That was. I'm not a very good golfer.
No, it almost went in the hole, dude.
Almost went in the hole.
So. But I think that, like, when we first started this, 126 episodes ago, part of what we wanted to try to accomplish was help business owners, right?
Right.
And talking to them, they didn't need, they're not failing. They're getting that instant, like, which you don't see a lot when you open places, but they got a lot of buzz.
Yeah, I think a big thing that helped them is they already had SIP and it was already successful.
Right.
So they had that following. And then it just spilled over into swing.
Yeah, and we talked about it. It's a fun business also, and it's a time of year right now where everybody's itching to go golfing. We live in Pennsylvania. It's been a long winter, so it's a great space. I enjoy it immensely. But that whole episode was kind of cool. How we were able to, because we had Kevin on before, and to start that off in SIP and like showcase SIP. And then bring it over to the other side. And it was a great night. I don't know what my tab was.
Yeah, we didn't have to pay.
I know, I have to go back and...
We walked out on our bill.
Yeah, we skipped out. I don't suggest
We didn't get paid for our bartending time, though.
Yeah, no tips.
No tips.
And there's no tax on those tips.
It's true.
So that's kind of something that I've always thought about trying to do. And I know Nate, it's a little bit harder on Nate for sure. But to go out and actually showcase somebody's business.
I think it's more effective, like you were saying, one of the goals when we started this was to show real business owners and introduce them to people and show that side of those businesses. Really introduce that business owner and show people who owns the business and who built it. But you only get to see so much sitting on the couch, right? But it was fun to see them in their element. It's different whenever you get to see them in their own element.
Right.
It's also cool to see kind of behind the scenes of their business. It was also a lot more fun for us. We got to hang out there. We got to play a little golf, drink a little beer, and it definitely was a different experience, and I think we may have unlocked a little cheat code on the future of this podcast.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, as much as I love sitting and talking with you, I think our viewers, we generally have topics that we like to talk about that we're trying to inform business owners that, like, hey, this is what we've learned, Mm-hmm. But like you said, when you see someone, we could talk about making the pizzas, but let's go watch them make the pizzas, and that's kind of like maybe not exactly how I thought it would look at the beginning, but now that we're involved in this as much as we are, like, look, I watched that vid. Like, I actually was looking forward to seeing that all put together today.
I couldn't watch it. I couldn't wait to watch it.
Yeah, and it measured up. I mean, to anything I would watch. Like, I mean, obviously we're not like behind the scenes like Mike Rowe and in the ditches. And I mean, but hey, if you have a plumbing company or
coming up soon,
if you have a construction company, like, how much better would that Hemlock Homes episode with Brian Bursick be if we were like in almost one of his finished homes, kind of like, because then you get them in their element too. I always think better in my business, you know, like people say I think better on the throne. Well, I do. I'm never better than thinking about the next step in my business than when I'm at my business. So like a lot of the things that I've been doing about trying to promote these lockers, I don't think about it as much, but when I'm at Aspinwall at the computer and I'm in my element and I feel like I'm better. Mm-hmm. So I think that if people want to learn about specific businesses, that's the way to learn. And if you want to get the true story out of someone, that's probably the best environment for them because they're comfortable. They're in their environment, you know? And when we build a comfortable environment here, and we'll still have guests here, that's not going away, because not every business is set up for, like, that's one of the things that made that episode great, right? Because it is a beautiful space. It's a gorgeous, large space. But I'm curious to see what other people would like to do it on site. And it's a promotional tool, right? So now we're actually giving them something out of it. Well, we're going to sell it to you. But we'll talk. That'll be in the fine print. Yeah. Like $9.99 a month for the next 228 months. It's not a big deal. Yeah. It's like an Apple
$999 a month. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think it definitely, especially for a business that's expanding or opening up or, you know, maybe, you know, just wants to show people what it's all about.
Because, I mean, we had him on our show. We had Rick Seaback on our show. And he did a lot of things, and he saw it as like, he was a documentarian, right? So he saw the story, and he built the story about the space that he was in, but he never saw it through the lens of an owner-operator of another business. Like, in any business I've ever had access to, every time I've ever been in that business, you see something, you hear something, and you learn something. And it goes back to, you know, SOPs and how different, just because I clean clothes and you're an accountant's office, there's things that you do that are just standard business practices along every business. And I do them one way and you do them the other, you know, and the more that we can learn about how people do it, you got to be willing to take the good with the bad. And, like, you know, there might be some secret sauce out there we could go find. Maybe we found it a little too late. Maybe we should be at the NFL draft talking to Roger, the Dodger.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
You know, we've come a long way. We've interviewed a lot of people, but there's a lot of people that we've interviewed that, you know, I reached out to one today and said, hey, we just did this, and I think this would be a great concept for something that you're working on. And his response was, fuck yes, let's go.
Right.
So I got something in the plans that I think we're going to be scheduling here in the next few weeks.
I cannot wait until we have Hugh Rumbaugh for the 4th time on this fucking podcast. Hugh, I'm coming for you, baby.
See what his next project is.
Next time you have a tenant that shits all over your place, call us.
Yeah,
we'll mask up.
Yeah, we'll mask up and we'll go.
We'll look through the window at you.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. But we'll, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that we could be doing for sure.
There's just so many, like, even talking about, like, the old businesses we had on, you know, we talked about going and doing the, what was it? This Zen garden, right? But we weren't there yet.
Right.
And hats off to Nate. Like, we kind of got there, like, organically. And it probably was comfortable for me because I was in my comfort zone there. Like, that's the best decision I've ever made, was to go into there, as far as like because in your older years, you don't like go hang out with your friends as much, but you still, like, my time as a business owner isn't like, all right, Jared, we're going to schedule August 11th, we're going to go golfing. Like, and then August 11th comes and you call me and you're like, hey dude, I got 2 people off at the office and Ansley's sick, you know, like I'm out. That's our life. But to have somewhere you can kind of just like pop in, pop out, sweet. And it's a great place. I don't know how excited Sarah is about it, but
yeah,
we're working on it.
Yeah. And I think there's this concept of being able to go and do these on the road episodes. There's so many different ideas that have kind of popped in my head to do that, you know, I think would be really interesting content for our listeners that I'm excited about. I think bringing Pittsburgh to life. You know?
Yeah, the new Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You know, There's so much that goes on in the city that it sucks to hear people say when they're on vacation, they'll go to Nashville. Mm-hmm. They're like, there's so much to do here. Everything's going on. And yeah, Nashville is a mecca, right? But like, if you wanted to have a Nashville style evening in Pittsburgh, you could do it in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. Like, we were out for a bachelor party last February. There was live country music at Tequila Cowboys. You know, like, is it Tequila Cowboys? Tequila Willie's?
In downtown?
Yeah.
Down North Side?
Yeah.
North Tequila Cowboys.
Yeah. So we were there. It was the up and coming country singer. Like, I mean, granted, you're not in Nashville, but if you're a resident in Pittsburgh and you're saying there's nothing to do, it's because you don't want to leave your house. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I get that way sometimes. But me and Sarah were just over the weekend talking about there's so many restaurants that like you could eat something different every day for a year here. Mm-hmm. And there's this dude, and I guess he's based out of Texas, it's like Sam Eats. And he goes and finds like these like mom and pop restaurants that are slow, right?
I've seen that.
And he goes in there.
Glasses.
Yeah. And he wears the meta glasses and he eats and he posts it. And like usually he's dealing with the owner.
Yep.
And then like he builds their following like instantly, which is also something that pisses me off because if you're a business owner and you see that, you don't need to have that guy there. You can just be an asshole yourself. And it's just every day post something, and figure out something that you can post every day that just is instant. It doesn't have to be a viral clip.
Yeah, but sometimes, that guy with that following, when you're lucky enough that he walks into your place.
Yeah, I mean, I shout out Russ Flips Whips, man. I see he's like, he's shooting videos now about traveling with his baby, and he'll get a million views. It's just the following. You got to build that base, Yeah. I can't believe that, like, it's been like 2 years since we had him on the show, it seemed, Yeah. So, but like Lou, he was great when he came here. Mm-hmm. I would love to go see what, you talked about it, now show me how it works. I want to order a headlight bulb I'm so old, dude, you can't buy a headlight bulb anymore, can you?
Now it's like $3,000 and you got to buy the whole
Finance
headlight.
the car again?
Yeah. Yeah, just trade, it's total, dude. You need a headlight, it's total. Just get a new car.
Your bulb, your interior dome light burnout.
It's totaled. It's totaled.
That might be the funniest moment we've had on this podcast.
It's totaled. It's also a back order. It's going to be like 9 months. Just fucking totaled.
Yeah, by the time it comes in, the car's going to be totaled. Yeah. It's going to be rotted out.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, Lou just did the Cavalli. Did you see that? He took a Bronco and made it a Lincoln.
Oh, he finished it?
I don't know if it's finished. There's been a ton of videos.
That's what he called it? The Cavalli?
Yeah, it's Italian for horse.
Oh, okay.
So, come on, Jer.
Yeah.
Pomp.
I don't know Italian, but.
He's somebody else we could probably reach out to.
Yeah. But
I think that cross between C-Back and like Mike Rowe, like the dirty, that kind of concept is kind of what I love to see on the internet anyway. Yeah. We should just do it ourselves. I'll be Mike Rowe and you can be Rick C-Back, okay?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you didn't watch last week's episode, go back and watch it.
It was awesome. I loved it. I thought it was so much fun to do. Those two guys were so much fun to hang out with. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah,
to swing.
I think that our wives are both going to come to the ha moment where they're like, wait, 126 episodes, and now they want to take the show on the road.
Yeah, wait a second. This might be getting a little bit too fun.
We're going to Jersey Mike's in Jersey. So that's the primary focus of this has always been to get business owners in front of business owners. Yeah. And I think that that's another way we can do it. I mean, I still want to have people in here for serious conversation.
Yeah.
I've learned now, I was telling someone the other day, I've learned the one thing about business that I've definitely learned. There's no secret sauce. There's no equal answer to anything. If there was, everybody would do it, right? So one of the things that drives me nuts is like, with our delivery business, like I know when I see other companies in the area, and I'm like, dude, I have 4 customers on the street. And there's now, like on an off day when we're not there, there's another company on that. I'm like, what is up with people? Like, wouldn't you think oh, I'm going to use my neighbor's guy. But no, they want to be different. Like I've come to that realization over the years. You can't get everybody on the street. You probably don't want everybody on the street. But like, there's no secret sauce. But if you just keep putting the ingredients in the sauce, you'll figure out the sauce. It's just not going to be a secret.
Exactly.
So.
And now a brief word from our sponsors. You've got a full plate. Kids, meetings, workouts, side hustles. There's better things to do than laundry. Introducing Wash, laundry reimagined for the modern world. Schedule your pickup in seconds via the convenient web app. Wash picks up your clothes, cleans with care, and brings them back fresh and ready to wear. But it's more than garments. From bedding and table linens to shoes, hats, purses, and more. Wash handles all your life's fabric, leaving you more time for life. Visit pickupwashdeliver.com to see how convenient it can be to do the wash. This episode is also presented by One Tom Plumber. At One Tom Plumber, in-house licensed plumbers bring rapid response and expert solutions straight to your home or business. Whether it's an emergency or routine plumbing service, they're your one-call 24/7 to clear the problem and restore comfort. Trusted across Pittsburgh and surrounding communities with transparent pricing, respectful service, and true reliability. Save this number for when you need it most. 412-307-7622. That's 412-307-7622. Or visit BetweenTwoBridgesPodcast.com/support. And now, back to the show.
But other than SIP and working, you're coming up, by the time this airs, it'll be 1 week away.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully I'll be a little bit closer to being done than I am right now.
You said...
Everybody, I love this time of year is when everybody starts saying, you only got, a couple weeks left, bud.
Like the lights just turn off and you're done.
It's all good. Everything's good. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword because I have, a couple weeks left, but I got a lot of shit to get done in that couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, and not only that, your business doesn't stop. You're still working every day. So it's just what was the movie, The Breakup? We in the Biz. But yeah, so that's coming up and we'll be... Funny enough, it's like we're 3 weeks away from the NFL draft by the time this airs. There's been some shit that we kind of talked about just that I didn't realize. So the NFL is just taking over the city of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So when they say jump, Pittsburgh says how high. And when they say shit...
Or bend over.
Yeah. When they say shit, Pittsburgh says what Keller.
Yeah.
So, which, things are still getting done and it's improvement, but... When I heard about the cop situation, the police situation.
Yeah. Kind of fucked up.
Yeah, so Northern Regional is responsible. Well, they're going to send police officers to assist in this. One of 13, I think, locals. But Northern Regional is getting zero from, not one person. Pittsburgh's not paying. The NFL's not paying. Alcoa Parking's not paying them.
The municipalities have to foot the bill for those police officers.
If you live in that township, it's coming out of your bottom line.
Right.
And it's not going to be regular time. It's going to be time and a half.
Right. It's going to be overtime because those guys have their own shift to cover.
Right. And I'm sure they're part of a union. And if they get a special detail, it's probably 2x time or
time and a half, double time and a half.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I thought that was unusual because locally we've talked about it. The USGA has every step of the way tried to have a positive impact. And I think back to when they had the open mic night and the director that came down, one of the representatives for them said, this is a commitment to your community because we plan on coming back every couple years. Well, the NFL is like, we're leaving and we'll see you when we see you.
And they also know the NFL is one of the biggest organizations in the world.
It's probably safe to say the biggest.
Yeah, and they don't give a fuck what you think of them.
Yeah, they're almost like the Olympics in that regard because I remember when the Rooneys got the draft here, it was a big deal that they had to pitch them. So pretty much they were like, we're going to give you a ton of money and we're going to do a lot of shit and we're going to fuck over a lot of people, but you're going to have free reign of the city, have fun.
Yeah, so the city's basically just on the hook for all of it. And... all the communities around are all on the hook for it. And like you said, the USGA came in for the US Open. It required a lot of additional policing, a lot of additional infrastructure, and the USGA footed the bill for all of it.
Right.
But the NFL's coming in. It's requiring much more policing than the USGA, much more additional infrastructure than the USGA, and they're not giving up anything.
Yeah, I've heard it's $0.
Like, they're just coming in, doing what they want to do. There's going to be so many more people in the city than there was here for the US Open, and they're not doing anything.
Yeah, the NFL has a track record of doing shit like this. Like, I did the Real Men Wear Pink, and October in the NFL, that one game, they'd wear like pink, they'd give out pink, like they'd sell all that pink merchandise, and then they'd donate, like the Steelers organization would donate like $100,000 to the Susan B. Owen Foundation.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you guys just sold, $8 million worth of pink Steeler apparel, and you gave them back less than 1%. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, it's just it's football drives the bus in this world for some reason.
For everything.
Yeah, high school.
I mean, it's always been the same, and that's the way it is. As soon as football is a thing, I mean, as soon as you get to high school, football pays the bills.
Right.
All the way through the NFL.
Right. And I think also with the draft being here, that it's made the city clean up a lot. It's made them do a lot, but
which is a shame that it took the NFL draft to come in for them to do anything.
And we have a really aggressive mayor doing a lot of good, I think. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But when you're painting bridges to make them look pretty and they're still crumbling, doesn't seem to make sense to me, but that's just my opinion. They'll look pretty, but it's like a movie set, dude. They come in, they make everything look what they want to make it look like, and then a year from then, it's just shit in a box, And the Olympics are the same way. You can go through decades of Olympic villages that are just fucking a mess. Now. So, I mean, it'll be nice to see the city showcase. The economic impact I've heard is anywhere between $200 and $250 million. They inflate those numbers.
Sure.
So they'll say to a restaurant, how much did you make? And they'll say, we did $58,000 that week. And they'll put the $58,000 into the economic fund and say, but there's food cost and labor cost. And
they may have also, they would have done 50,000 anyway.
Right. They're going to just take it from zero to the number,
right. So they maybe did 8,000 extra. Yeah.
The one thing I did see was Sheetz is sponsoring like the busway and the inclines. And I'm like, that's such a weird concept to me to think that they're obviously going to do a discount deal, right? I guess you're like, as a city, you're thinking, okay, they're going to give us $3 million, right? Maybe we could make $4 million, but if no one shows up, a bird in the hand's worth two in the bush, right?
Yeah, I don't understand. It's kind of weird to me because I'm not sure what Sheetz gets back out of that deal.
Well, I'm sure it's going to have their logo on it.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, but are people going to then go and turn around and go, oh, I'm going to go to Sheetz?
Yeah, I've never understood that, dude. Just charge me like $3 less for a hoagie and call it even. Like, you have your following.
Yeah. Do you think, how much of that economic impact do you think is going to filter into the suburbs? Do you think that, you're in O'Hara, Fox Chapel area, I'm in Oakmont. Do you think Oakmont's going to be buzzing because of the draft?
I would imagine that the South Hills will see, like Robinson Town Center will probably see an uptick more than obviously the Mills.
The Mills isn't going to be.
Or like Monroeville. Like, I think that, because people come into when you travel, right? You go from the airport to where you're going, and then your familiar zone is that corridor. You don't ever go to where you're going and then drive another 40 minutes, because then you got to go back. There will be some Oakmont Bakery will be booming, right? Because people, they're traveling, they come to the Oakmont Bakery. Kudos. Permane Brothers, no matter which Permane Brothers, booming because they're Pittsburgh staples. Now, the brewery's doing a ton of things on site.
Pittsburgh Brewing Company.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Brewing Company's they're having a large draft party, and they would have done that if it was in Oklahoma or Dallas. They're just still going to do it, but they're amping it up a little bit because it is here in Pittsburgh. I'm sad to say that the Pond La hockey sign's probably going to be in the skyline for this whole event, which sucks because they're from Philadelphia. Should be saying Iron City up there or like Kennywood Arrow or something cool. But, I mean, details are going to start pouring out now. But we knew so many details about what was going to happen at the U.S. Open before it happened. I just think that the NFL could learn a little bit about community relationships with this, you know?
Yeah, I just don't think they give a shit.
Right. And it's kind of like weird to me, you know? And I actually asked my stepdad, you know, I said, "Do you get anything in the mail from the Steelers?" Like, season ticket holder, you know? You'd think that, like, if there's anything going on with the NFL and Pittsburgh, in Pittsburgh, as a season ticket holder, that you would get something in the mail that said, like, "Hey, man, we got a special 10 over here for you. Come check in and get a free wristband," or anything, you know? But nothing. I mean, and it's gonna be a security nightmare because the city's already fucked up. So you're gonna have all these people in the city, then you're gonna have all these homeless people that are still there. What are they gonna do? Bust them out? Maybe they'll go to the Monroeville Mall, and it's just gonna be a weird dynamic. But any urban project like this has to be a nightmare. We're not the only city in the country with homeless people. Mm-hmm. We're not the only city with crime. They had it in fucking Detroit. We're not even
the worst city with homeless
right.
people.
They had it in Detroit, and it went off without a hitch. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, I have like a lot of leads, but there's no guaranteed deals, you know? And that's the problem we've talked before with my business is like, I'm going to get phone calls Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. "Hey, we need you to do," you know, and I'm going to be running around like a fucking chicken with my head cut off. And then their people are going to be like, "Well, I thought you were a little more organized." It's like, yeah, fuck you, dude. You've been planning since fucking last year. So it'll be unique. I hope to be part of it. I liked being part of the U.S. Open. I mean, my bank account really liked being part of the U.S. Open. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So it's just, I just wish there was more information. You know, like if you Google Pittsburgh NFL draft, you're going to see what'll come up. It'll be, is Aaron Rodgers signing with the Steelers? That'll be number one. And then the economic and like you got to look for that shit. So, I mean, Visit Pittsburgh's doing a good job. You know, their website's pretty informative. As they find out details, they're releasing them.
So, what days are the draft?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So the 24th, 5th, and 6th. And then I don't think they do anything on Sunday. So as a local, as a Yinzer that's not traveling, like if you're traveling, you want to be there day one. But as a local, Saturday's probably the day to go down and like cruise around because like the buzz will wear off. But they're doing a bunch of stuff in the David Lawrence Convention Center. There's a fan zone in Point Park. All the roads are closed all around the city. Like that whole bubble is just shut down. You think filming a movie in Pittsburgh is bad when they close, like they close a street for a movie and people are fucking losing their mind. They're shutting down the Point. Like, I don't know, man. It's going to be cool to see, you know, and I'll watch it like every other Yinzer on TV and be like, you can't drive down, you know, Clemente Boulevard, mega left there.
It'd be cool to see it on TV. It'd be sweet to be able to like hover above it. But I can't imagine trying to get down there.
Mm-mm. Well, there's no cars. They're not allowing cars.
So how do you even get down there?
You got to be bussed in. Which, I mean, it makes sense. They did it for the Open with the buses looping. But yeah, I don't know, dude.
The Open was nice because I could just
walk
there.
Yeah, and I could just park at the security desk and walk in. We'll see. TBD, you know. It's fun. It's given us something to talk about for a year and a half.
We'll see.
Then when I come in here, my like watch band's gold and like I got a big chain on. I'm like, yeah, I did all them suits, man.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I hope you do. I hope you get a ton of business out of it.
Yeah. So I actually, if anybody that's involved with the NFL, love you, by the way. Mm-hmm. Watch you every weekend on Sunday, Monday. Oh, yeah. I mean, how Saturdays in December. What do they got now? Thursday? There's Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, once college is done, they have those Saturday night games. I'm rooting for some Tuesday night football. I get bored Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But I would love to be one of the guys that gets to announce like a random draft pick in like the 7th round. Like with the 237.
Joe
pick.
from Wash, Laundry, and Dry Cleaning.
Yeah, like Pittsburgh small business, and I'd be like, Mike Stein from Wisconsin. And you know they'll probably bring some of those people up. They won't be like, that's cool.
It's not going to be you.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
Between two bridges.
I'm like, with a 230 stun gun to the ground. Like, you know, your township paid for me to get stun gunned at the draft. So yeah, last week was one of our best episodes. I mean, it was. So,
it was.
Yeah.
Definitely a one to watch.
Yeah. You can watch 2, 100, and 125, and you'll kind of see the progression of how we got into this point. And now I'm excited to like, because we were talking about it like all week. Like I wanted to open this up and start inviting people, but like I don't want to put too much pressure on Nate.
Yeah.
Nate's just like, we got a bunch of shots of guys hitting golf balls and drinking beer. Tune in next week.
Yeah. But now that it dropped and it turned out so well, I actually, when I sent it out to the guy today, I sent him a link to it and I said, hey, check this out. This is what we're going for now. So I think we should do this. And he was all about it. So
yeah,
it's exciting to see. It was a whole different animal. And I think it's really cool. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
yeah, the road show, man.
It's the road show.
We're going over the bridge.
What
did that guy say that walked in? He goes, I live one bridge over.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool part of it too, how like the place was open. So like customers were coming in and interacting. Yeah. It was kind of a fun part of it.
Yeah. You going to bartend next time? You got to go get certified, bro. Yeah. So, all right, man. Well, short episode. Tax season's coming to an end, so we can't keep you in here too long. Appreciate the time.
Sounds good, buddy.
Love you, bud.
Nick, love you too, bud. See you next time.
Thank you for listening to Between Two Bridges, a business-to-business podcast. Find and follow us on your preferred podcast streaming platform. Join us socially on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Visit our website for links to all the businesses we've showcased, additional content, and merch. If you or someone you know would like to be on the show, email us at info@betweentwobridgespodcast.com. Till next time, make it till you rake it.
I just thought it would have been weird last week if I was like, Kev, thanks, man. Love you, bud.